Welcome back. Sunday morning we are doing chapter-wise summary of the Bhagavad Gita, and we are on the 18th chapter, concluding chapter, which is the summary in retrospect of the entire Bhagavad Gita. And the name of the chapter is Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. Liberation through renunciation. So we must not have any doubt what is liberation and what is renunciation. And we must ask one question to oneself, whether I am really interested in both. So let us prepare ourselves. Preparation is important. Even going to bathroom for taking bath, we prepare properly. So this is what Lord is going to say now is the highest Guhyataram, highest knowledge, highest secret. So what is the preparation? Our mind must be there where our eyes are there, ears are there. Normally the mind is roaming around somewhere else, the eyes are somewhere else, and then we are listening. So let us withdraw our mind from all that has happened in the past. Till 7:30, everything is gone. Just keeping the learnings in my memory, and these learnings must create happiness. Let us withdraw our mind from all future anxieties, worries. What is going to happen? Not in my hand. Present tensions, present confusions. And let us take a deep, slow, conscious breath. How to let go? We have to say, actually, this sentence, I let go. Because whatever we say, it happens. And when we say with prayers, it has to happen. When it will happen, we may not have immediate choice, but it has to happen. Let us take one more slow, conscious, happy breath. Breath, like our Atma, is so subtle, always there, but we miss out because the attention is in a lot of interesting happenings in the world. So we miss the space, the breath, the self. So when we focus on our breath, the mind becomes fresh, detached, comes in the present moment, alert, equanimous, and these are the qualities of the mind required to study, to get the essence. Let us invoke Lord's grace and Guru Parampara's blessings by chanting loudly. When we chant with understanding loudly, a lot of things happen within. It purifies, it creates those vibrations of the sound. And when we understand the meaning, the mind goes there with that understanding.
Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Saha Veeryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thank you, Latara Chekarji. So, we are doing Moksha Sanyasa Yoga, concluding chapter, which is a summary in retrospect. All principles and practices, main ones, are enumerated by the Lord in this chapter. So, suppose we focus on this chapter, we understand the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. What are the main points? We must clearly understand what is the distinction between Tyaga and Sannyasa. That is the main point. Tyaga is renunciation of insistence, anxiety, worry about the result. Again and again Bhagavan is telling, but then we have to practice it. And Sannyasa is renunciation of Kamya Karma, like dislikes. Then Bhagavan took 7 topics in detail. What is knowledge? Doer, actor, action, buddhi, dhriti, and sukha. So we must be able to distinguish between knowledge and intelligence. There is a nice book by Guruji, small book. You can have a Kindle copy of from Amazon also. What is right thinking? And there he distinguishes between being educated and being knowledgeable. There are many people who are educated, but there are few who are knowledgeable. I may have degrees, I may have some kind of education in a particular field, but that doesn't guarantee knowledge. Because knowledge means many points he has given, but I'll mention 2 points. One is that I must Savidya ya vimuktaye. Knowledge is that definition, that which liberates us from fear, anger, delusion. And education is that which can give us degree and then maybe make us entitled for a job, because no nokri, no chokri, nobody will give girl's hand or girl to someone who has no income. And a clear distinction, Vivek. And now one is also going to pick up this topic. Knowledge means understanding the nature of something. That is a definition of knowledge. And then in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan took that you have to really introspect every day, daily, deeply of what am I thinking, what am I feeling, what am I doing, where my mind goes. Naturally, when there is no force from outside, and that is called as swabhava. Lot of verses Bhagavan has invested in telling us that you investigate what is your swabhava. Because that on that swabhava, main thing is that do your duty based on your swabhava, swadharma. Swadharma must be based on swabhava. But what is the one main thing, suppose we want to remember of 18th chapter, is this point. Those who are writing must write down, because this is the essence of the entire thing what Bhagavan is telling. Bhagavan is telling Arjun that you practice sattvic tyaga. That is the main topic. Why sattvic tyaga you practice? Because most of us are deha brut. Deha brut means attachment to body is still very high. I have got knowledge. I can write essays on Atma, Brahman, Maya, Moha. But my identification with the body is very high. How do I know? Because morning to evening, I am half of the time thinking of cooking and eating. Then I am thinking only of what I am talking, what I am feeling, and this happened and that happened. So my Deha Brut, Bhagavan is telling us that I am telling you that most of us are having this body identification which is very strong. So for such people, you practice Sattvic Tyaga. So my one line understanding of 18th chapter, suppose I want to, because many people, they listen to everything and then one question comes, what to do? What to do now? What to do is practice Sattvic Tyaga. What is Sattvic Tyaga? Sattvic Tyaga, definitely Tyaga means renounce something. So practice doing your duty joyously. Very important. Every word is very important because it is a loaded sentence. And renouncing three things. Do your duty joyously. Renouncing three things. What are the three things? Doership. Number one. Second, like dislikes. Third, insistence, resistance on result. This is the main core essence and very, very important point. I have made personally, because when we keep thinking and making notes, There is a 4A formula I have made. 4A formula, which personally helps me. 4A. What is the first A? Accept. Accept things, people, and situations as they are. Most difficult to accept people as they are. Acceptance is 50% job done because acceptance is equal to surrender. Acceptance is equal to understanding. Acceptance is equal to understanding the nature. And the point what we have discussed many times on acceptance is that sugar, salt, chili. Everyone knows who are listening for many time, many years that we know the nature of sugar, so we can use sugar. We know the nature of salt, so we can use salt properly. We know the nature of chili, and so we can use chili properly. This is very easy to understand, very difficult to practice in day-to-day life, especially when it comes to people. We don't accept people as they are. Someone is chili, they are short-tempered. Someone has sugar, they are very nice. Someone are salt, they are very critical sometimes. We have to accept. It's very interesting to accept. Once I accept, peace of mind. Second, A is pay attention. Attention means where my eyes are there, senses are there, there must be my mind. It's a very difficult practice, sadhana to actually implement. Swami Advayananji went to Gurudev and asked, Gurudev, please give me one sadhana. What sadhana he gave to Swami Advayananji, who is such a scholar in all scriptures with Sanskrit? He told, keep your mind where your hands are there. And he told it is not very easy at all. Third A is acknowledgement. That means I must be able to respond to that situation, not react. So here actually Lord Krishna is telling Arjun that understand the situation, war, and then respond. Don't react and say, I will run away, I want to meditate. What is the use of getting Hastinapur? I don't want Rajya. No. You respond correctly. Actually, there can be a session on this 4A in detail. And the fifth A is appreciate, which Bhagwan is going to take now, which is the topic going on is bhakti. Appreciate means whatever is happening, there is always a good point. There is always a positive side to it. So focus and talk only about the positive things what are happening, because all these situation, people, objects are created by the Lord for our self-purification. Because suppose we focus on the six inner wealth, Shata Sampatti, for that we require a job, family and business where, difficult people to actually ensure that these qualities come out in us. Then in the last session we saw, so these are the 4 A's. What are the 4 A's? Accept, attention, acknowledge, appreciate. Appreciation must be in words. Criticize less, appreciate more is a law of relationships. We normally discuss what I don't like and this person has this quality which I don't, resonate with. But that person may have other 10 qualities which might be good. So in the last session, what we saw? We saw two important formulas. Because Bhagavan is giving crystalline formulas in 18th chapter. One was 4-point formula we saw. What was a 4-point formula? What Bhagavan gave? Detach from the false, that is the lower. What is false and lower? That which is changing, that which is temporary, that which is appearing to give me happiness, I must drop and attach to the higher. What is higher? That which is permanent, that which is real, that which can give me permanent happiness. This is the first qualification of an intelligent, knowledgeable person. That is called as Vivek. Vivek is defined in Vivek Chudamani as Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. One who is able to discriminate between what is real, what is unreal, what is changing and what is temporary. So the intelligence is not to expect permanency from what is temporary. Not to expect permanent happiness from temporary world. When temporary world we say, temporary job, temporary family, temporary relationships, temporary objects, temporary situations. Third thing, so first is detached, second is attached, third is be equanimous in all situations. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jao. This was earlier, not in this 18th chapter. And the fourth one, what the topic, what Bhagavan is enumerating right now after Dhyana Yoga, the current topic where he's going to conclude Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti Yoga. He says, enhance love. So, job, family, business, our purpose must be clear that my love quotient must enhance and increase while doing the job, while in the family, while doing business. Whatever transaction I must ask. I always say it is very easy to love God. It is very difficult to love people. And Bhagavan says, that's the reason I have sent it to you in this world. And maybe some people say, what to do in my near and dear only, there are difficult people. Bhagavan says, that is the reason I have sent it to you. You try loving this person, then you will be qualified for loving me. Otherwise, I can do puja for 2 hours, but I cannot tolerate my neighbor for 2 minutes. So Bhagavan says, that's the reason this neighbor only I have sent it to you. This person I will send you in family where you are troubled, and then that love comes, because love is not very easy to develop. Very importantly, first jnana comes, then love comes. Love, bhakti is called as a fifth Veda. Very few people get both. Love for what? Love for God, Guru, scriptures. And the second thing what we discussed in the last session is very important. Bhagavan gave 3 pointers. Now Bhagavad Gita topic is complete. He said that reflect on it daily. Please ask yourself 10 times, 100 times, have I understood this knowledge? Because many people think, yeah, I have understood this knowledge. But when you ask questions, then there is a challenge. And I'm not able. And then the second one is that please ensure that there is doubtless conviction. Doubtless conviction is the result of Manan. Getting the essence is the result of Shravan. And then Bhagavan gave his most interesting advice to Arjun. Then do as you wish. You have a choice. Don't come to me for what to do with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. I must not go to another. Now again search around what should I do in this situation. Bhagavan says all the knowledge I have given to you. How to be happy, how to be successful, I have given in Bhagavad Gita in day-to-day life, transactional life. Then how to have that paramarthik goal, that also I have given. If I am still confused, then again I have to go back to Bhagavad Gita knowledge and read again and listen again. Like one person went to Gurudev and told, Gurudev, I have gone through Gita 12 times, but no difference in me. Gurudev told, have the Gita gone through you? And now we are coming to topic of bhakti with 4-point technique. So very interesting. Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. So Bhagavan is telling Arjun, priyosi me. I may say I may love God, but does God love me? Very important question to ask. No, I love other person, but other person doesn't love me. So what is that? What I have to do to ensure that I get love of God? So here are some pointers, and then next slide we will also see that why. No, priyosi me doesn't mean that God doesn't love other people, but definitely God is called as Lord. Lord is called as Ishvara. Ishvara is controller of everything. Isha. But they say that Lord controls everything, but in one aspect he is a slave. What aspect? Bhaktas devotion, he becomes a slave. One, Pundalik calls him and then he runs and Rukmini is asking, where are you going? No, no, my Bhakta is calling, and Rukmini also comes behind him. So in Pandharpur, Vithoba is in front, Rukmini is behind. Because Rukmini came searching that where this suddenly is sitting here and suddenly Vaikunth, where is he going? And now Vithoba is standing there, yuge yuge for bhaktas to come. And that's the reason in Varit, lakhs of people come. It is the only event, the biggest event on planet today, which attracts bhakti. Bhagavan says, whatever event you conduct, those are nothing. See my event, what I am conducting in Pandharpur. Lakhs of people come without any advertisement anywhere and then walking. So there are 4 pointers given here. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Why is saying priyosi me? Lord is promising that this is the truth. In Bhagavad, in Mundaka Upanishad also we are seeing Tadeta Satyam. This is the truth. My dear, please understand. You will come certainly to me. You will get permanent unbroken happiness. I am telling the truth. Why? Because you are so dear to me, I cannot tell a lie to someone dear to me. When a person loves, and there cannot be lie in it. There cannot be any fooling, because the entire attention is that whatever I love, I want to give happiness to that person. So we saw that equation some time back between love and happiness. Because I love myself the most, I want to give happiness to myself. That is what comes in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad we saw. What is the 4-point secret? Man mana mad bhakto madhyaji namaskuru. This is a 4-point secret given. So this verse we must by heart. Man mana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosimi. Then God will love us. Man mana, fix your mind on me. Not very easy. How? Let your entire mind be occupied by me, about me, for me, flow towards me, ever remember me. So people actually read Puran and Bhagavad. Some people say, no, 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 I don't like stories of God. Actually, whoever we love, we want to discuss about that person only. Because I love myself, I tell my stories. You know what happened in my childhood. I'm a self-made person. I've gone through this. I've gone through that. This is how I did married and school, then college and children, then travel. My story, because I love myself. Bhagavan says, no, 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 drop that, because your stories are not very interesting. Talk about my stories. Where do I get my story? Lord stories in Bhagavad and Puran. Lord stories and stories only. So people actually get fascinated and forget themselves when we listen to stories. Not suppose I'm not interested, I don't believe in God, then believe in then self nature, then think about consciousness, Brahman, Atma. That is my real nature. I must develop love for that. Because what is the secret? Mind flows effortlessly where there is love. People say, no, no, I cannot meditate because love is less. No, when my japa is going on, mind goes all over the world because I love the world. As Guruji says, we actually, believe in Brahman, but we are voting for Maya. Because mind will flow, that is the nature of the mind, what it loves. But not like Kansa and Ravana. Kansa and Ravana also remembered Lord. Kansa was remembering Lord Krishna before his birth only. That's the reason he killed 7. That Lord will come and kill me, one person will come and kill me. Ravana was constantly remembering of Rama the moment when he got Sita ji there in Lanka. Not that he was not aware, but how we must love, like Hanuman ji. We know that story Sindur. After the war was over, Rajyabhishek happened, everybody went back. Hanumanji stayed there only. Ramji said, you stay here only. Hanumanji was very happy. Then that every event was over, everybody went home, all the Ayodhya people also went home. Hanumanji was seeing what to do. Then Ramji started walking to his bedroom. Hanumanji started following him, and Sitaji was there. Sitaji said, no, no, this is where Ramji stays. Then I will also stay with him. Sita said, no, no, no. I will stay with him. Why? No, no. See this sindoor I have put. No, so that is a significance that. So he asked, what is the significance of that sindoor? He told, no, no. The sindoor is put by the wife to ensure the protection of the husband. That is the significance. So Hanumanji said, okay, thank you very much. If that is the significance, he went out, went into Ayodhya shop and got all this huge mountain of sindoor, and then put all the sindoor on his entire body, and then sitting, and then next day Ramji came, Sitaji came. What is this? He told, no, no, Sita Mata told me that she's only putting this bindi for your protection. Now I put entire body. So entire body of Hanumanji is full with sindoor. So we actually go on Saturday and put sindoor there and take some sindoor and put. So that love like Hanumanji, where there is love, I think of the other. And in that love, ego dissolves, because that is the only way ego can dissolve, because when the love enhances, ego dissolves. I forget myself. Namdev Maharaj says, Nama mane maza Vithala sapadala. I now found Vitthal. So that must be our state. Tukaram Maharaj says, Vithala, Deha Barila Vithala. My entire body is filled with Vithala. That means I am not there. Madhyaji Mam, worship. So this is very important. God self as it is the highest goal of life. Now this has to be understood properly. Many people say, I am a very devoted person, I am a very worshipful person, I am a very bhakti oriented person. So we have to understand is that when we go to temple, what do we ask? No, no, Bhagwan, पास कर दो, हेल्थ अच्छा कर दो, बिजनेस में ये कर दो, वो कर दो, सब कुछ अच्छा होने दो. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? माय गोल ऑफ लाइफ इज नॉट गॉड. माय गोल ऑफ लाइफ इज माय गुड लाइफ. As we are doing Mundaka Upanishad, those who are attending, I think some of you are attending from this session, we have discussed this Abhyudaya and Nishreyasya. Nishreyas. My God for my good life. I have to note down this and think over. I'll repeat twice. God for my good life is Abhyudaya. But my life, my entire life, body, mind, intellect, for God is Nishreyas. Today, for many of us, God is the means to get something for me. God is not the goal. I want God to be only part of my life on Sunday morning. Gurudev says our religion is not Sunday to Sunday going to church, Sunday to Sunday attending some sessions. It must be 24/7, because that is my goal of life. Goals in life are business, job, family, pleasure, security, happiness, fame, power. This is goal of life. So once I make goal of life as God, then everything falls in place. Goal of life, God or self or Atma or Brahman, whatever. Suppose I am a Jnani Yogi, then I will say Aham Brahmasmi. Suppose I am a Bhakti Yogi, God is everything. Suppose I am a Jnana Yogi, I am everything, Aham Brahmasmi. Namaskuru, surrender the false ego. The ego is false. Who is seeking this moksha? The false ego is seeking the moksha. Not the body is seeking, mind is seeking. There is an ego which is doing all the drama from one body to another body. It goes. That is the ego. That false ego dissolves. What is the essence? Make me as your goal, means and end. This is the uniqueness of our Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The goal also is God or self, our nature. The means also and the end also. That is what is telling him, that with this attitude you fight the war. Fighting the war and winning and Hastinapur, that is not the goal. That is not even means also. Your goal in life is to attain highest. The means is to purify myself in with this kind of situations, and that is an end in itself. Unique in our philosophy, love for God is the means, goal, and end. Guruji gives one formula: Jnanam, Premam, Ranjanam, and I have added Bhojanam. This is Prasad Devliya, not Guruji. So Guruji says that when we have Jnanam, then that Jnanam must translate in transaction when we deal with people into Premam. Very, very important point. Otherwise, people have jnanam and then they put on other people, Maya, this, Brahman, they, and Atma. When we deal with people, only one thing I must remember: how can I love other person? In that practice, I can forget myself. And then third thing, what Guruji says is Ranjanam, make it entertaining. Why so many people go to Guruji? Only people go to Guruji and people go there and meet him and come back and say, he said this, he said this. But we have to think that what is in him which attracts people, that I must practice. Because Bhagavan is going to say now this, that don't just worship me. As Guruji says, that Guru ko mante hai, Guru ki nahi mante. People worship Lord Krishna, but what Lord Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, that I am not following and implementing. And that is one reason why Lord loved Arjun. And then Bhojanam I have added because, is one thing where people come together and, without any lot of things, we can create a family-like atmosphere, as Gurudev has mentioned, that we stand as one family bound to each other with love and respect. Both must be there, love and respect. Because some things we love, but we don't respect. I love my dress, I love my chappal, Gurudev says, but I don't have respect. And some people I respect, but there is no love. So important what Guruji mentioned in Vibhuti also, where also in Bhagavad Gita here indirectly Lord is telling knowledge does not shine without love for the Lord. So Bhakti Yoga is the topic going on. So love for the Lord means love for the Guru, love for the scriptures. Either of the things or love for my real nature, that is Atma. Either of the four is okay. You might say, no, I don't love God, but suppose you love your Guru, it is the same thing. Guru Re Vaparam Brahma. Suppose I love scriptures, I will get other two also. One thing must be there. My nature as Atma I must love, or I must love scripture so much, or I must love Guru so much, or I must love God so much. Then the ego will dissolve and then life will be transformed. So why Arjun got this knowledge? Why Lord loved him so much? Because Lord is going to say now that this is the highest knowledge I gave you. Highest secret. Why? So we'll analyze that. And this is for our practice. Because I may do a lot of puja, but what I must do where the God will love me? He chose Lord over his army, creator over creation power. So my attention must be on the seer, not the scenery, on the creator, not the creation. I must not get lost in his creation. Now I must shift the attention from the creation to the creator, from the scenery to the seer, from the experienced to experiencer. He gave his chariot reins to Lord, senses guided by highest knowledge. So we must also give my minds and intellect reins to the scriptures. No, I will do whatever I will feel like doing. I will do whatever I think is right. No, I know what is right. This is ego. Ravana also said that. But here he gave the reins. Okay, Lord, you will have the reins. I am only the shooter of arrows, but you are taking me everywhere. So the reins must be rooted in the scriptures. So the scriptures must be read. Whatever is told in Bhagavad Gita, we must follow it. He went to the Lord for advice and became his shishya. This is very important. I must ask myself that do I have a coach or a mentor in life whom I go with, whenever I am in doubt? No, I don't need, all these things. I have read lot of scriptures, I think myself only. But Arjun also was Brahmagyani. He had Brahmastra. He had Pashupatinath Astra. He had read all Vedas, but still he got confused. And Duryodhan there went and made coach whom? Shakuni. His coach was who? Shakuni. His advisor was who? Karna. And that made a difference that Arjun actually selected or went to. How do you know whether he went and really surrendered? Because there is a verse which comes in second or third chapter where he says, I accept you as my guru, and please advise me. He surrendered with conviction, which is very important. Gurudev says, do not accept anything and do not reject anything blindly. Think. And in that thinking, what will happen? Faith will logic. Wherever there is faith with logic, it is a very powerful way, powerful space to operate with. Because I am not having only faith, but it is supported with logic. I am not only thinking and dry logic, there is faith, there is devotion there. And where there is faith and logic and devotion, it is called as surrender. Surrender with conviction. He listened to his knowledge, Lord Krishna's knowledge, questioned it. When Lord said, okay, I give this knowledge to son, he told, you are standing before me. How can you give this knowledge to son? Now you are telling this, now you are telling that. What is the exact truth? Why are you putting me in this aghora karma? He questioned him. Then understood what the point was Lord was mentioning and then acted implicitly. So that is very important, that after listening, after doing Shravan, he exactly followed what he understood with conviction. So this Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam is very important. And now the final deal Lord is giving. Final deal. This is a final deal Lord has giving to us, that you do these two things, I will do these two things. This is a deal, business deal. So very, 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 very important verse. Lot of commentary is there on this verse. All the commentators worldwide have commented on this verse because it is so very important and so very deeper every word, and this is a last one message given by the Lord. And this must be by hearted. After we chant Bhagavad Gita chapter, we also chant this verse because this must be remembered. What is the final deal? Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhya moksha isha imam shuchaha. So very, very important point. We'll read again. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhya moksha isha imam shuchaha. So first part of the shlok we have to do. Second part, Bhagavan says, I will do. If you do the first part, I will do second part. Promise. Now we have to note what is the core message of Bhagavad Gita. In one word, suppose somebody asks us, you have been listening to Bhagavad Gita for so many years. You can chant, you can know entire Bhagavad Gita by heart. You can give discourses on Bhagavad Gita, you can talk, there are many speakers. What is the main theme of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavan has given. What is the first word what Bhagavan has uttered in Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter? Ashochanan Vasochaswam. That is the first thing what he spoke. And what is he ending with? Moksha Ishami Mam Shuchad. What is the main thing? Do not grieve. I must write down this. Suppose I would have been a school teacher, then I would have sent homework, write down this 100 times. You know what is that called? 100 times you have to write down. Do not grieve. There is no validity for grieving. Do not create sorrow in the mind, sadness in the mind, because that is the greatest enemy, because there is no point logically. And Bhagavan has explained it many, many ways to Arjun, because Arjun was full with sorrow, sadness. I will not fight, it is action, but full of sadness, confusion. So what is the first and last word? Main advice by Bhagavan? That's the reason Bhagavad Gita is called as Ashoka Upanishad. Ashoka. Shoka means sorrow. Do not grieve. What is the final deal? First two lines we have to do, next two lines God will do. Mam ekam sharanam braja. Mam ekam, that oneness, any form you take, or your Atma you take, or you take Brahman, or you take God, or you take nature, surrender. What is surrender? Surrender is not into action, surrender is into understanding. If I have to, understanding is understanding of the nature, dharma, that is what we are going to come now. And what is the literal meaning? Sarva dharman pariddeja. You renounce all dharmas. Means, actually, Bhagavan would have said, Sarva adharman parityajya. But Bhagavan has not said that adharma you renounce. Bhagavan has said, no, 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 not adharma, dharma also. Means whatever I have learned, no, no. So I have to renounce. So we have to understand this verse more deeply and contemplate and repeat it every day what it means. So Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. You surrender to that one. What is that one? One Lord, one Atma, one Brahman, one Self, whatever I can say. Take refuge in me alone. I am the one. Ekameva Advitiya. There is no one else like me. Make God as your anchor or home. Very, very important. We must have an anchor to our mind. Scriptures, Guru, God, some goal. If there is no anchor to our mind, where the mind goes without effort, the mind will go haywire. The mind is our greatest enemy. And it will create what? It will create desire and krodha. And these both are Mahapapma, Mahashano, Mahavairi. Bhagavan only has said. Kamaesha, Krodhaesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava. These two, Kamaesha, Krodhaesha. Who are these? Mahashano, Mahapapma, Mahavairi. Know it. Vidyenamiya. So we must have one anchor. What is an anchor? What is a home? What is our home? Where we go and then remove all our suit and sari and then remove all our ornaments and come in our night dress or shorts, and then we have peace where we put our mobile phone somewhere. We have put our wallet somewhere. In that wallet there is 1 lakh of rupees, but we are not bothered about that because it is my home. There is no danger. And then there is comfort, there is freedom, there is fearlessness, there is care, there is love. That is the definition of home. Suppose I go to my home, this is very important. That home must be a place or a space where all these things must be there. Comfort, not only, nice furniture and beauty and AC. I must be peaceful. My mind must become peaceful at home. There must be comfort, there must be freedom, there must be fearlessness at home. There must be care, there must be love. This is called as anchor or home. Why? I am the ultimate reality. Here only you will find anchor because that is your real nature. Whatever you do in this world, you are a guest. You will be thrown out. However good you are, however famous you are, whatever you do in this world with family, job, business for how many years, it has no value. Because this world itself is illusory, because this world comes out of me, comes back in me. Mundaka Upanishad, those who are learning, this is what is the main topic going on, that this entire universe has come out of me and this entire universe is coming inside me. Achha, now I remember Mundaka Upanishad, those who are attending from tomorrow, Monday, 7, the class will be at 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:45, not 9 o'clock. So that notice will come. How shall I think of you alone? Sarva dharman parityajya. So we'll only see one part and then in detail we will see in the next. By renouncing all dharmas, pari. Bhagavan could have said renounce adharma and come to me, but Bhagavan said renounce all dharmas and come to me. Renounce everything and come to me. So this chapter is called as Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. Renounce. But what to renounce? First of all, to renounce, there must be vivek. What not and what is. So what is the meaning? What is the meaning of dharma? That because of which a thing is itself. This I must write down definition. Without which the thing cannot continue to be it is. I'll repeat. What is the definition of dharma? That because of which a thing is itself, without which the thing cannot continue to be itself. That is a definition of dharma. That is what Bhagavan is asking us to contemplate. One more time the definition, because this is very, very important, because they say it is very easy to understand lot of things, but very difficult to understand dharma and karma. Guna and dharma. So let us only see this difference today, and then we will discuss in the next session. Sarva dharman parityajya means what? Guna and dharma means, guna means non-essential and dharma means essential. For example, fire. Suppose we take example. Heat is its dharma. Form, various forms, various jwalas, and suppose small fire, big fire, blue fire, red fire, orange fire. This is all non-essential. These are gunas. Sugar, whether it is crystalline, whether it is refined, whether it is khadi shakkar, whether it is in any other form dissolved in water, these are all gunas. But what is the essential nature of sugar? Sweetness. Now I must close my eyes and ask this question today before we close this session. This is not a very gross topic, subtle topic. What is my nature? What is my gunas? And what is my dharma? Dharma is my real nature and gunas is my non-essential nature. So that we will see next time. What is my real nature, essential nature, myself, because I must be interested in myself. I am not interested to know about sugar and fire. That is only analogy, example, drushtanta. What is my real nature and what is, that is essential nature, and what is my non-essential nature. And then Bhagavan is saying, Sarva dharman parityaja, you renounce non-essential nature completely. Important point to note, because this is an important verse. Non-essential nature you renounce completely. Don't think about it. You only focus on your real nature, because that is what you are. So that we will discuss in detail next session. So again I mentioned announcement. Those who are attending Mundakopanishad, the timing will be 7 to 7:45, because 9 o'clock I can see many people yawning and listening. So we have changed that, and they keep their video also on, but from 9 o'clock to 9:45 there are yawns. So we have changed from 7 to 7:45 p.m. Monday. So Radhaji, please, and Neetaji, please mention that and then send it tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.